Bumble. There's a fly called the Watson's Fancy, and this is a variant of it. And this is a slight variant of the Bumble, basically because I've got a tag on it. The original doesn't have that. And we tie this on a short shank hook. This is a like wide gape. It's a B160 size 10, which basically the shank length's only equivalent to a size 12. It's a nice pattern. It's lovely on this style of hook. So, but you can tie it in whatever style you like. Now, the thread I'm going to be using is a uni-thread NATO. Now what I'm going to do is bring the thread down about maybe 2 or 3 millimeters. Bring it back up, stop it around about a millimeter or so from the eye. What I'm going to do here is actually tie in some blue jay and a hackle. And this is the blue jay. There's some missing here, but it's okay. There's still plenty on there to form a fly. Just take away the rubbish at the bottom. Bring it 90 degrees from the stem and the fibres. And then what I'm going to do is basically mix these fibres together. Just roll them in your fingers. The length of these fibres, you're looking for around about the length of the hook forward of the eye. Roll it all the way around. Just encourage it around with your fingers and with the thread. Single one there I want to catch. There we go. Nice and tight. At this point I'm just going to check it's all the way around. That looks okay. And then take away some of these fibres. Should be enough. Now I'm going to make sure to wax my thread at this point. Now I'm going to tie in a Chinese cock hackle, in this case dyed black. Now I'm going to tie in quite a long fibred one. I want this to sit back, sweep back. Now the reason I prefer, I like using Chinese is that if you look at the construction of the hackle, it's soft at the bottom and gets sharper as it goes up, meaning the fibre. But if you look in the centre there's a dark, see the dark centre there, it's really soft. So that gives you like an in-between, a henny cock as they would say. Now the way I'm going to tie this in is with the underside of the feather facing the self, and the feather facing forward of the eye. And then nice and tight tie this in. Now make sure you've waxed your thread. Trim this away. Again, we trim more wax. Making sure everything's nice and tight. Basically tidying things up. Now I've took the thread right down till I'm basically in line with the barb of the hook. Now I'm going to form the tag, and this is the slight, this is a variant of the fly. Tags are really good in a pattern like this. There's an aiming point at the back. But if you don't like it, you can do what you like. The two, I'm going to actually use two, believe it or not. I've got a medium. In this case, this is the Opal Mirage in medium. And then I've got a small red HoloGraphic. Do some off. Now, I'm going to tie these in as I bring the thread round the bend. So I'm going to catch in the Mirage first. And then the red HoloGraphic. Last on's first up. So basically take it round the bend, round about 2 millimeters, and bring your thread back up. Bring your red HoloGraphic up. Just like an underbody, if you want to call it that, or an under tag anyway. Just that colour shows through extremely well. Bring your Mirage over. Just bring it over the top. You want a single layer, don't double up on it. And catch it down. And then what I like to do is you can either varnish it, or in this case I've got some bug bond, and that's a light version. Just bring it round. Now don't put a lot on. It's enough to coat. Set it with the torch. The bug bond speeds up the process of tying the fly. Now if you were tying this and varnishing it, or whatever, it would take a wee bit longer. And that's it. Then I'm going to use Golden Pheasant Crest. Single feather. Now this is, I've dyed this fluorescent yellow. So it is naturally yellow itself, but just to enhance the colour I've dyed it a wee bit stronger. Length, if you're looking probably around about the length of the hook, just put that into your finger and thumb. Tie it down. That looks okay. And then I tidy up. Trim away the excess, the full length of the body. On the way back down I'm going to tie in some small oval tinsel, in this case silver. Just catch it on the side and wind it down all the way to the point where you want it to start. Just at the tail, that point there. Looks okay. Then you want some red seal's fur. Dub it onto the body. Now I'm going to dub both on together. I mean, I've got black. First half is red, second half is black seal's fur. Now the fly this size, I know round about how much I need. Saves a bit of time if you do. So just going to form the body. So once I've got a turn or so, then I come in and I tighten up. That's my anchor point, and then when means I can tighten up the fur as I go. Quite a wee bit of fibre there. And then start with the black. All the way up. There we are. Then I'm going to bring my hackle down. Now I'm looking for a turn or two at the top, and then work my way down. Reasonably quick, so there's 2 turns, into my 3rd turn there. Bring my rib round, catching in the hackle, and then bring it up through. You're looking round about 4 turns or so all the way up. Now you get to this point here, what I do is stroke back the blue jay, draw it back and bring the oval tinsel there to the front. And if you've left enough room, I mean I usually do a full turn, and then catch it in, and then take away the excess. You see it sits well up, so just going to break that off, tidy up a bit, and then come in with some velcro. Now you could finish with that could be the fly finish if you want. You see the length of the hackle. Now some would say that's slightly long, but it's a nice, I like it on this size of hook. It seems to work extremely well. You've basically got the length of a size 10, but on that shank of 12. But compensating is the wide, the gape there. It just flows together. It swims much, really nice. You can see the shape that you get. Now I'm going to finish off with some jungle cock, 2 small eyes. Just tie them in at the front. All I do is line up you'll see the underside of the jungle cock, just hold the tips. I'm going to tie onto the black area there, just below the eye. Just come in. Now you could have them run along the shank or slightly up. I'm just going to have them slightly up. Come around with 2 or 3 loose turns. Get the eyes to sit where you want. Just check they're both in line with one another and they're both the same length. Once you're happy, 2 or 3 more turns, then I fold these back. Screw them in with a few more turns. All I do now is concentrate on skin and whip finish. And you could break these off, keep the thread tight if you do that. Gives you a nice neat cut. And there we are. And that's your Watson's Bumble. A slight variant, as I say, because it's got the tag on it. Lovely fly to tie, good, lovely colour combination. Excellent for, as I say, you could, in certain hook sizes, and the same fly would catch salmon as much as sea trout and brown trout. That's why it's got the reputation it has. And then what I'm going to do here is come in and some varnish. To finish off, you're looking for a couple of coats just to do it. I'm applying it with the brush because what I like to do. Make sure the eye is clear. And there we are. And that there's your Watson's Bumble.